Ewins here. I figured it was time to do another Jurassic Park 4 vlog, so this time I'm going to be talking about two subjects that are in the news at the moment concerning the new film. The first one being that denofthegeek.com posted that they've got a strong source, could be official, that Jurassic Park 4 is going to be pushed back till 2015. Now, whether this is true or not, you know, time will tell. But if it is, I'm kind of hoping it is true, because that means they'll spend more time on making the film and hopefully give us, you know, a more refined, better version of what they had planned for the 2014 release. So hopefully, you know, that is the case. I mean, we've been waiting 13 years since Jurassic Park 3, so what's another year, you know? As long as it's just coming out, that's all we're happy about. Yeah, I mean, there was 4 years between Jurassic Park and the Lost World and the Lost World and Jurassic Park 3. There was 4 years between each, so, you know, they only announced Jurassic Park 4 officially not even a year ago, I don't think. So it's not going to be surprising that we're going to have to wait like up to 3 years for the new film. So, you know, I say good on them. The other subject is that Sam Neill tweeted, the actor who plays Alan Grant in Jurassic Park and Jurassic Park 3, he tweeted saying that the new Jurassic Park film is going to be a reboot, and a lot of people out there got really angry, and, you know, admittedly, for a split second I did, until I felt really stupid. But obviously Jurassic Park 4 is going to be a reboot because it's been some years since Jurassic Park 3, so it is going to reboot the franchise in a way. He didn't mean remake. Now, sorry if you already know this, but if you are sitting there going, what's the difference between a reboot and a remake, I'm going to explain. So I picked some films out of my collection here. I could have picked loads and talked about them all. I kind of wanted to, but I didn't. I picked, I think I've got 5 films here to talk about very quickly about what the difference is between a reboot and a remake is. So, firstly, there's a book, a short story out there written by John W. Campbell Jr. called Who Goes There? Now, there was a film made called The Thing from Another World, which is based off this short story, and the short story is about this Antarctic research team who get attacked by an alien life form. Obviously, lots of people out there know the John Carpenter's version of this story. This is a remake, because a remake is where it's the same story with the same characters and then just a different version of that same story. So this is a remake, and, you know, personally, my favourite version of the story. And it's a very, very, very good film if you haven't seen it. One of my favourites of all time. But yeah, this is a remake, not a reboot of the franchise. This was in 1982. In the same franchise is the 2011 Thing prequel, so this one comes before this one. This is a reboot because it had been some years. This was 2011. The previous film was 1982 when it came out. And instead of actually being a remake of the same story, even though it might as well be, you'd have to watch it to find out, this is a prequel, and that means this is a reboot. So this was made by the film company to see how well modern audiences would take to, you know, these sort of characters and this creature and this story. And I think there was some demand from the fan base, but this was essentially what I would class as a reboot to the Thing franchise. I think it just made it into a franchise essentially with these two films. But I don't think this did as well as they'd hoped, and so I'd say this failed. I mean, I like this film. It's not as bad as everyone says it is. I mean, the last 2 minutes are really, really fantastic to watch when it really goes into John Carpenter's film, and I mean, really goes into it. So you kind of get a little smile, but you are essentially watching John Carpenter's film, the 1982 one. But yeah, this is a reboot of a franchise. Another reboot is the new Star Trek. Yeah, this is a reboot because this is Star Trek 11 essentially, because we have the old Spock in it, and, you know, it's all about time travel. You need to just watch it. It's good. Yeah, this is a prequel, a sequel, and a reboot of the franchise. It's not a remake of any previous Star Trek story. However, dare I say it, I would say it is a semi-remake of Star Wars A New Hope. But even then, Star Wars A New Hope isn't very original. because of all the serials that it, you know, the old Flash Gordon, Buck Rogers serials that it... I'm not going to go into it, but anyway, this isn't a remake. This is a reboot of the franchise, and a very good one because of how successful it is, and Into Darkness is out now. Yeah, but this is a reboot, not a remake. Yeah, so that's that one. Rise of the Planet of the Apes is a reboot of the Planet of the Apes series. Now, it's a prequel to the old films, but you could also have it as a standalone story, and or, you know, like me, you could have it as a complete reboot, hoping it'll branch off into a new series of films away from the old ones, essentially rebooting the franchise, as I keep saying. Because I mean, we have got Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, which is the sequel to this one, coming out in next year, I think, 2014. So, so yeah, this is a reboot and a successful one because it's got the sequel coming, and yeah, so reboot. And the last one I want to talk about is one that I absolutely love to bits. Tron Legacy. Okay, Tron Legacy is a reboot. They could have very, very easily remade Tron, the original 1980 film, Tron, or 1981 I think. So, or 1982. Right, this is bugging me. Where is it? Sorry, I've got Tron here, I'm just going to find out. God, I'm doing my head in, where is it? Oh, I hate it if they don't have the year on the back. This is killing me. This is not good viewing for you watching at home. When the bloody hell did this film come out? 1982? Research. Tron. 1982. Tron came out. So yeah, 1982. Been some years. So when Tron Legacy came out, yeah, they could have very easily remade Tron. Disney, you know, took a chance and they decided to make a sequel. But what's genius about this film is it's not... you don't need to watch the first film in order to get it. It sets itself up very well. So this could be, you know, a standalone film. But it is essentially a sequel to the first one, which is what makes it so good. But this is a reboot of a franchise, and successful one at that, because Tron 3 is in pre-production, I do believe, and I have heard that Daft Punk have signed on to do the score again because they scored this film, and very, very excited to look forward to Tron 3. But yeah, very successful reboot. Now Jurassic Park 4 is going to reboot the franchise, so you know, you can calm those nerves. It's not going to be a remake. The only way it would be a remake is, this is going to be a very tough subject to go over now. So, if they were to remake Jurassic Park, it's got to be another adaptation of the book, because why would they remake Spielberg's film? Well, because it was very successful, but why would they remake it? Because it's already there. So they would have to do another adaptation of the book. The book is very adult, it's not really for children, whereas the Spielberg film is. So if they were to remake an adaptation of the book, the only way to go, you can't go down like the child-friendly route because Spielberg's already done it, so they'd have to go down the adult route. Maybe, you know, release an R-rated version of Jurassic Park, which obviously a lot of people out there, myself included, would be very interested to see. However, there would be a huge amount of people who would, you know, want to take their children to go see the new Jurassic Park remake, and, you know, maybe be a bit let down because they wouldn't be able to take their children to go see it because it would be much more violent and much more adult. So this is why I don't think they're going to remake Jurassic Park. So, you know, you don't have to worry. Jurassic Park 4 is a reboot of the franchise because, you know, it's been some years since Jurassic Park 3. They're going to see how well it does and then, you know, decide on whether to make Jurassic Park 5. If you want a little bit more evidence for this, they released Jurassic Park 3D. They released the original one in 3D in America a few months back, and that was to see how audiences would sort of react to a Jurassic Park film in 3D, because we are living in a 3D era now, and they want Jurassic Park 4 to be in 3D. There may have been some discussion about whether or not it should be in 3D, so they've released Jurassic Park in 3D. It's received a massive amount of praise. So obviously Jurassic Park 4 is going to be in 3D, but they're just showing you how this is all proof to show how they reboot a franchise, to see how modern audiences will react to it, because we are living in a different age of cinema now than what it was when the first Jurassic Park and even the sequels came out. So there you go, there's my rant for tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. Follow me on Twitter if you have Twitter, and please subscribe if you're on YouTube. Thank you.